a liar.
You will definitely not.
I'm not lying.
Well, actually, I was. That's a lie.
When did I lie?
You lied plenty.
When?
Concealing the truth is
Besides
as good
today.
as a good a lie. A million times.
When?
I fucking hate Jen. Hey, Jen, come on in. Let's have a sleepover makeout party.
I hate Jen.
Right, but then you.
I mean, she's okay.
You're saying you hate her and then acting as if you love her is as good as a lie.
You do the same thing.
Of course I do. But I'm not claiming I've never lied.
I never lied.
Anyway.
If you make yourself believe it, then
I believe you should take me because I believe you'll fucking work
Eric,
me
I'm
over.
taking you, so stop worrying.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, and you know what I'm saying, and don't hold it against me, is do we belong doing this ultimately with a different configuration of people? As we, not necessarily next week, not even necessarily the week after, would we be better off?
Oh, we're really getting down to it, aren't we?
Would we be better off doing a final endurance competition against fucking Zach? Would we be better off going on a final vote against Zach or Jen, who coughed up half of her fucking prize money, and nobody should want to see winning this, as far as I'm concerned? Or do you want to go against, you know, Amber or Jameka, who are going to be really impossible? And it's really hard.
Amber will never win. She's not winning endurance. You see how long she's here on the mat for?
Oh, I mean, if from my point of view, if I were in a final vote against Amber, I mean, I actually think I might actually be able to beat Amber, but I wouldn't even want to risk winning.
I wouldn't want to risk that either. But I could see that.
Also, maybe Zach could beat us in a vote. Maybe Zach would have taken Danielle's vote, Jen's vote, and one of the other people that we've wronged in order to have us be there with Zach. He might be able to beat us. Doesn't seem totally right now, but if we had to get from point A to point B, we could have pissed people off in the process. I mean, I guess I'm a little bit torn between the gamesmanship and personal stuff, which is really bad, but it's just hard for me to separate. I absolutely, both of us obviously would want to do it with Jameka at the same time. I personally feel like she would just school me if it were. I don't even think there'd even need to be questions asked. I think you could just write down 7-0 and walk off the thing. Or maybe 6-1.
Yeah, it depends upon there. But I would much rather take out the people that I know that I could get beaten in the end, like the last HOH. Because then, if
So who do you think that is?
Jen's good. Dustin. Danielle.
And
that's
probably, well, me, but I don't count.
Well, no, you're not including that. I mean, I don't know about Zach. I don't think you can just come out of the blue and win the 14th HOH, can you?
No.
Knock on wood.
And don't be surprised though if all of a sudden, me or Zach or whatever, all of a sudden win 3 of the next 6. It wouldn't be surprising at all. Just because it hasn't happened to this point doesn't mean
I know
it's not going to.
Or me.
Or you. No, absolutely you.
Or Danielle or whatever.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Those would be my next 3 targets because Jameka, she's pretty smart, but endurance not gonna happen.
I agree. I agree. Okay though, but if it's the final 4, let's just say it did go sort of kind of as planned with maybe Zach or Jen putting up Dustin and Amber along the way and Dustin going home, but everything else, basically it went, let's say, Danielle, Dustin, Jen out, and it was me, you, Zach, Amber, and Jameka.
Yeah.
And then one of us won HOH, and we were like, well, we want to be the final 4, so Zach's got to go. Then, for me, I really would be sitting in a situation where I would go home if it was the 3 of you and me in the final 4.
No, everyone's going to take you.
You think, because
they'll think that they can beat you.
That's the hand I'm going to have to play with the other people at that point.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. And if anything, I'll probably have to make some sort of an actual spectacle of myself, deliberately do something bad for that purpose. I'm really having a hard time trying to determine if Zach and Jen should be buried and left for dead, or if they actually can help us.
Well, you know, it wouldn't be so bad taking Amber and Dustin to the Final Four. Because you would stand a good chance against Dustin.
Yeah, well, it's a straight up 2-2 then as to who... You see, like, okay, the most important HOH by far is the 4. Because the person who wins the veto controls who goes home. So only the veto holder and the HOH are safe. The other 2 people end up automatically, and whoever wins the veto casts the vote. But then you can still compete in the final 3 HOH. So you could actually have 4 and 3 consecutively, which is obviously majorly important. So the one that actually is a total royal piece of shit to have is when there's 5 people left, because then that actually takes you out of the 4, in my opinion. So to me, as of next week, there's like 8 people left. So, you know, winning it at 8 or winning it at 7 would be good for me. And then I would rather win it again, you know, at 4 if that were an option, and then get to play at 3 again.
So you don't want to win next week?
No, next week's fine. I'm saying I'm trying to figure out which are the weeks that are the best to have it. Next week is a not tie vote. Next week is a 3-2 vote. I still believe I have 3 votes to do anything I want to do next week, so that's important. The following week, it's a forced tie, and it's 2-2, which means, on the one hand, it's easy to yank any 2 people and get votes. On the other hand, it's like, all you need is 3 votes, and, you know, I'm just trying to envision how it shakes down. When are we better off if one of these other people, you know, were the win? Because we can't win all of them. So, and Jameka can't compete for them. So I'm trying to sit there and think, okay, we obviously never want Danielle to ever win again.
Right.
And I believe that we should try to make it so that she can never win again, as far as I see it.
I agree with that. If we can get her out next week, then it's not a problem.
And then from there, it's like, okay, so me, you... Well, let's say I need to win in order to say that happened next week. So it's then you, Zach, Jen, Dustin, and Amber. And it's like, is it, you know, are there weeks that it might actually just benefit us for one of the other ones to win, like, and do some of the dirty work for us? You know?
Ooh, yeah, maybe.
You know?
I don't know.
That requires having a relationship with Zach, with Jen. I mean, we can't assume the 2 of us are gonna win every remaining HOH.
You never know.
That would be cool. Then I guess we'd have our say in what's going on. I don't want to be and you know that you won't be this week, but I don't want to be the douchebag who sits there in my own HOH week and watch, you know, Jameka go home while Zach or Danielle stays, and I'm sitting there with my jaw on the ground going like, like this was not
See, that's
how
what I felt this
envisioned
week.
this.